So for the past 3.5 years, I have been working with adults healing from disordered anxiety, OCD, panic attacks, and a lot of depersonalization and derealization. I became a mentor school psychologist as well, and then kind of transitioning. My work is based on the 3 principles understanding, which are just 3 kind of simple facts about how we experience life. But let's get into it. What is true for you, wherever you are, however long you've been experiencing depersonalization, no matter what started it? Was it just a panic attack? Was it an illness? Was it an edible? You can heal. You can heal. There is always hope because there is always help. And now I'm going to get into the 4 simple premises. But let's go into number 1. Your mind and body want to heal. You have the best inbuilt healing system. You are designed to heal. You've just innocently gotten in your own way. So number 1 is this premise. Wait, you have the best inbuilt healing system. I think we can all agree with that when we think of if you've ever broken your leg, or if you think of anyone who breaks their leg or their arm or their finger. A doctor puts a cast on it, and a doctor doesn't heal the broken bones. We don't do it with our thinking and our hard work. Our body has an inbuilt healing system. So amazing. And our mind does too, but that's talked about enough. It's not talked about. So we think that we often have to work hard at our mental health. But if you're like me, the working hard can get in the way. And that's why it's like, oh my gosh, number 1 is so big, so huge. Your mind has a self-correcting system. Your mind and body, you are designed to heal. So what I want you to consider is that you have innate health. You do. Every single one of you. This is a book that I really like. I do recommend it. George Pransky is one of my mentors. He is so amazing. And I don't know when you're watching this, but I have an amazing community, the Peace from Within community. It's a monthly membership. There's so much amazing content. And I also do live things twice a week. But I wanted to read you a little bit about innate health, just a kind of tiny short paragraph here. Every human being is innately capable of living a life of mental well-being. It is a realistic expectation for any human being to be happy and have a satisfying and productive life. Every human being has innate health. I define mental health as possessing the thoughts and feelings that support an enjoyable, productive experience of life. I use the term innate to suggest that these responsive thoughts and feelings are a default setting. In other words, these responsive thoughts and feelings are built into the person. They need not be learned. And there's so much more I could go into, but I want you to consider that you have innate health. I don't want you to take my word for anything. I just want you to be open to considering anything that I can share or anything that I'm sharing here. And I think that's why I really like using the example of broken bones. I have a lot of clients who also, even when they had COVID, they're like, oh, I didn't worry that much. I just trusted. I just let it be there. I didn't get too involved with my thinking. So I just want you to consider, hey, I think I do have an amazing inbuilt healing system in my body and in my mind. Wait, what does this mean? I might have innate health. So with that premise, there is nothing to search for, nothing to repair, and nowhere to reach. You've simply innocently taken yourself away from your natural state of mental well-being. It's not your fault. I took myself away. Every single client that I worked with, we just naturally do because we have such amazing brains, and they forget and they don't know that we actually have an inbuilt healing system. So our brain's like, number 2, I think we can all agree that our body sends us signals that get louder when we ignore them. Imagine a hunger signal. It might start out with just like a little grumbly tummy. Maybe you start to feel a little lightheaded, and then your stomach, have you ever had to do like a loud growl? Another signal can be like pain, because our body, it loves us. It's the hunger signal is like, hey, feed me. The thirsty feeling is, hey, get me some water. And anxiety is actually a signal. Anxiety is an invitation to leave our thinking alone because it's distorted, it's low quality, it's unhelpful. And depersonalization, I think that's probably my next slide. The feelings of depersonalization and derealization, it's when our brain steps in and is like, enough is enough. I am not designed to stress, worry, think deeply, introspect, and question this much. If you're not going to take a break, I am. And sometimes it can just be started. You took an edible or had a bad reaction to a medication, or like something traumatic. Depersonalization and derealization, it's a defense mechanism. It is natural and it's so helpful. in an actual traumatic thing. Like if God forbid I was in a car crash, one of the defense mechanisms would be I'd be like a little bit removed. It wouldn't seem so real. I probably also wouldn't feel pain. If my arm was broken, I wouldn't feel that pain because I'd need to survive. So the stress response starts so I could get myself and my kids to safety. And then when we'd be out of danger, the DPDR fades away. So that's kind of like we are designed to return to balance. But why depersonalization and derealization gets artificially prolonged is because we get in our own way very innocently by stressing, by worrying, by thinking deeply, by questioning it. And then the DPDR, it's a signal that gets louder. You aren't designed to suffer. You're not. You are designed to feel calm and pretty good most of the time. So suffering, it's not punishment. It is an invitation to look in a new direction, and a new direction beyond the intellect, beyond all this trying hard. And you heard it, and you are here. And I'm really excited. So I really do want you to know that there is nothing wrong with you. There is not. The only thing wrong with you is that you think there's something wrong with you. And you might be saying, well, she doesn't know me. I've worked with thousands of people, and I've never worked with anybody that has something wrong with them, besides that they thought there was something wrong with them. You're not losing your mind. It is just your tired brain and body, exhausted from overthinking. It's natural to feel this way after what you've been through. Your body and mind, you are tired from all the searching, all the worrying, and fixating on how you feel. By adding more fear and worry, we just perpetuate this state and we wear ourselves out even. As I'm saying, there's also a caveat. I'm not a doctor, so please, you're watching a video and I don't know you, but I know people that have experienced DPDR. I know it for myself, but obviously go to your regular checkups and chat with your doctor. Never just chalk up anything to anxiety or DPDR. But every single person that I've worked with has done that. And it is that what I've seen with every person is it is a tired brain, exhausted from overthinking. I work with some really amazing, deep thinking, hardworking individuals. And it can feel really scary and really serious when we feel like we've been doing everything right and we still feel detached. But I really want to say, like, there is nothing wrong with you. Your DPDR is probably not the worst. That's so common. There's so many people who feel like, hers couldn't have been as bad as mine. I have a great podcast called Stories of Hope, which is, you can watch it on my YouTube. You can listen to it on Spotify. And as of right now, there's 2 stories where people talk about their healing journey with DPDR. One is Olivia's story. And she shares because she's like, I thought mine was the worst. She really thought she was losing her mind. Olivia's story is very hopeful. And so is Jay's story. And Jay's story is very hopeful, and his experience with DPDR started after an edible. And so both of those are just really great. All of the stories of hope are great. So definitely check them out.